evening, this is your Mayor Col Murray reporting on our very first Council meeting for 2020. This evening Council had probably not an overly large meeting agenda, but there were some pretty important items there, one of which was the adoption of the Bicentennial Park Master Plan, which has been adjusted to a small degree in response to community feedback, but certainly that sets the scene for many years into the future for the Bicentennial Park, that whole precinct from the current swimming pool right through to the regional playground at the southern end of Bicentennial Park. I guess the things of note that might be of interest to community is the confirmation that the town pool will be retained and maintained as a usable community facility until or if the aquatic centre is funded at some point in the future. The other thing that is of interest to quite a number of people is the proposition to seek approval for a weir in the river and a fish ladder, and certainly a strong embellishment of that riverine environment, both sides of the river up to Gunniganoo Creek, and certainly the northern side of the river right through the whole precinct. Otherwise, the plan is pretty much as is. Certainly gives Council a good guidance for what we might invest in potentially over the next 20 to 30 years with Bicentennial Park. So that was a good one to sign off on tonight. Another item on the agenda which did receive quite a bit of discussion and debate was the setting up of further incentives for water saving initiatives by the Council. And one of the hot topics of debate at the moment, and particularly with the recent hot weather, is the amount of water used by evaporative coolers, and this has proved to be quite a challenge to our water saving initiatives. And evaporative coolers use an extraordinary amount of water, and in fact our domestic water use has gone up by 30-40% over those really hot days. So Council did introduce a new subsidy this evening, and that was for $200 maximum, or up to 50% of the cost of maintaining your evaporative coolers. And certainly the industry has indicated strongly to the Council that a poorly maintained evaporative cooler uses significantly more water than a well-maintained one. So we'd really like to encourage community members to engage a licensed maintenance company to come and service your evap cooler, and if you bring in proof of your payment, Council will offer you a subsidy. Also, part of that initiative was subsidies for rainwater tanks, and the addition of note is for a subsidy which is being offered for tanks that are actually not connected to the plumbing of the house. So Council felt it was justified in offering, albeit a reduced subsidy for those tanks, but still not insignificant. So if you keep an eye on the media tomorrow, you'll get a full understanding of what those subsidies relate to. Quite interesting, I think, to a lot of our community. We've had a lot of discussion with community members about the importance of, gathering some of that meagre rainfall that we've had in recent times, but certainly Council felt strongly about supporting those initiatives to further save that valuable water. So that's all we have to report this evening on this first meeting. This is your Mayor Col Murray signing off on another Council meeting report. Thank you for listening.